Okay, so we're here at the Philippines, yes. And we're here with Mr. Andy, yes, and Adi, yes. And that's the same. So he's a Indian from India.
So today we're
Yes.
going to do a mukbang with Mr. Adi. It's actually a popular agenda in the social media. Well, we talk with Mr. Adi while we eat this Filipino street foods and American pizza. Is it American?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's a product of globalization. Yes. So while we open this pizza, can you tell us something about yourself, the basics? How long have you been here in the Philippines? And your age? Anything you can tell about yourself?
Okay, my name is Adi. Actual name is Srinivas Adireddy. I'm from India. I was born and brought up in India. For most part of my life, I was in India to my education. As part of my work, I'm a mechanical engineer by education qualification, and I'm into IT, that is information technology. I support different companies as my clients with their IT infrastructure and setting up networking and software platform for the functioning of the manufacturing, operations, engineering in different fields. In my past life, I have worked with different industry kinds, like in aerospace, automotive, banking sector, infrastructure. So I have this experience with all those guys, mostly into IT. It is B Aerospace which brought me to Philippines. I was consulting for one of the companies here, B Aerospace. I came here first time in 2012. It was a short visit for 1 month to train the folks over here into some of the manufacturing processes.
Okay.
So, are you still aware of something about your country?
Yes, like culture.
Yes.
The current situations.
So before I start, I would like to understand from you guys, what do you know about India?
Yes.
We only know curry, chicken curry.
Yeah.
Tikka masala? Yes.
And
Yes, Bollywood.
Yes,
Bollywood.
Bollywood.
Three Idiots?
yes.
Oh,
Yes, I watched
the-
that
the
movie.
yellow-
movie.
Taj Mahal.
The taxi there, yeah. I know that.
Black and yellow.
Yes, black and yellow.
The unique clothings.
Yes.
But you still know anything political in India?
I am not very much into politics as such, but I have a brief idea on the political structure, how it is set up from general political structure. To talk about that, I'll go back in time. India was colonized by Britain for almost 100 years, starting from around 1858 till 1945. So it's like almost 100 years. So you can see the influence in the political system of India. So India is mostly Westminster style. It's very similar to what UK has or Britain has got. The head of state is president, then vice president, and head of constitution or the government is prime minister. So even though president is higher in the structure wise, but prime minister is more powerful in terms of access and his rights. So for each state, as I mentioned, United States, each state has a state government. And within state also, it is kind of similar to what country level has got. Each state government has a governor and vice governor, and then a chief minister, which is kind of parallel to president, vice president, and prime minister. And each state has its own cabinet ministries and secretaries to go down. This is a high level structure of how the government looks like, the structure wise.
Kevin, do you want to share something about Philippine government?
Yes. I would like to learn something. So what kind of government structure do we have here?
The Philippines has a democratic country, a government for the people, of the people and by the people, because they have freedom to be who they want to be. It's powerful in the sense that they have a voice in running the government. The Philippines also has a unitary form of government. The national government is in charge of all of the country's affairs. National government does the local government what to do. But it's planning to change from a unitary to a federal form. The country is presidential, led by a government which is both the head of state and the head of the government. It is elected by direct democracy.
You can
Okay.
share it.
Only who is eating, we'll ask questions. Otherwise, you can't ask questions. Since you had your own slice, you can ask questions.
Yes.
So, better start eating.
I have here some political issue here in the Philippines, like corruption, poverty, state-sponsored fake news, revision of the constitution, and the drug war. If you're familiar with the bang bang and
Yes.
the extrajudicial
Is
killing
that
that
also
they.
prominent in India? Drug war? War on drugs?
Yes.
Drugs is not that deep-rooted in the society, so it is an issue, but not as big an issue as we have here. The reason being, a huge population is well-educated, and we have employment issue, but it is only to the lowest level of the society. So people are well aware, and they normally tend to choose to stay away. So drug is a problem, but not as big as we see here. But as you mentioned, corruption is a huge problem here at different levels, all the way to the grassroots. So it's widespread everywhere. You can see some form or other.
Knowing that your country is quite populous, the shortage in resources happens.
Yes, again, if you see, the population can be both a boon and bane. Boon in terms of we have a lot of people who are cultivating. So the cost of food is very low because you have a lot of people who are in agriculture. Almost 70% of the population is in agriculture. So there's no lack of food. Unless there's a national calamity or some other issue, you won't normally run out of food. So the cost of food is not so high. It's well balanced. That's one benefit. But again, you have a lot of people who are consuming it. So it has to be balanced. Otherwise, if you look at population, it could be a huge human resource benefit.
Okay, let's jump to another topic, which is the cultural tradition in your country. Like here in the Philippines, we celebrate Christmas, we celebrate Fiesta,
When
Holy
we
Week.
talk, when we talk to
Yes.
the elders, we use po and opo all the time.
We do the mano,
Mano.
yes, mano, po and opo, and lots of things. What is the difference between India culture and
Filipino
Philippines?
culture.
Or
And
similarities?
what is considered disrespectful for your culture that we commonly
Practice?
do? Yeah.
Yes.
So culturally, if you see the whole of Asia, Southeast Asia, they have common roots. So pretty much every country, from the cultural background wise, they are very respectful. Pretty much all countries you see around are very respectful, and they are very hospitable in terms of anyone from outside. They treat with respect, with very hospitable in that fashion. So that is very common between India and Philippines. I see, and so even us, we always greet everyone with namaste. Namaste is like we greet like that. And this means that the language is derived from is an archaic language called Sanskrit, which means that I am nothing in front. So I'm going to you to connect, so that mind connects, and I don't have ego. I'm giving up all selfless in your presence. So you are superior kind of thing. So that I'm selfless is a matter for that. So they are like that, and we have a phrase called Atithi Devo Bhava, is my guest is like God. So when guests come in, you even if you cannot afford, they still go beyond your way to make sure they are satisfied, they are comfortable. So this is something which is very similar to what we have in Philippines. Other cultural wise, in Philippines we have more Christianity is influenced. But going back home in India is a secular state. So we have a lot of religions which kind of came in or got created over a huge period of time. It's a very old civilization. So you have Hinduism, Sikhism, Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, pretty much all religions, they coexist for a very long time. That is good, tolerance is very good, strong factor where even though people believe are different, they practice different religions, they still coexist and work and live with each other very conveniently. Lately we have been having issues with some of the communal issues with Muslims or some of the other issues which, let's not talk about that for now, but culturally yes, it's very similar what we have here. What is not disrespectful is when we speak, just like you use po, we always end with elders. We have to end with a respectful phrase at the end. So it's equal to po in different languages and whatever we speak. And then you see a dot. If you see in Bollywood,
yes.
dot. Yes.
Diamond or whatever.
It's like a reset button. I don't know the significance. I don't know there is a meaning behind. There is significance. I'm not that deep into that, so. But you can see the moment the picture is flashed. You can see connect that this is India, and you won't see much in other places. You can like I say this is India. The way we drape sari, it is mostly in India, not in other places. So there are a few cultural stuff we do which is kind of weird or very bright and vibrant and colorful, but it happens only in India.
So we have kwek kwek, fishball, kikiam.
Kikiam,
That's the common street foods here in the
That's good.
Philippines.
I like
You
the
can
street
see
food.
that everywhere. Would you like to try some?
I have tried.
You tried it before.
Yes.
And we have here isaw.
I haven't
which is
tried this.
Yeah,
I
and
will
chicken
try.
feet, which I do not eat.
You don't eat chicken?
Why?
No, I don't like it.
I haven't tried it.
I don't know.
How do you know how to try it?
I think it's like gamey
It's
or
all in
something.
your head. Take it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you tried it?
I haven't tried. I didn't get a chance. I'll try it today.
Oh yes, you may try it now.
Let's try it together. So for the viewers.
Yes.
You 1, 2, 3.
You want to
Hey, you try. You.
It's all bones and skin.
Yes.
Sumo her.
Good. That's your first time. Wow.
The first time, right? It's always good. With a smile.
go, Renee?
The whole thing.
That's the part. But I also eat the bones because the bones is okay.
So does India also have
Like weird.
foods like that? Some
We
Or
have
different
food,
street foods.
but India is more into vegetables than meat. So you have a street food, yes, very spicy or sweet, very sweet. You have all different flavors, sour and sweet, and everything is you can find. And it's pretty extreme in terms of flavors. If it is sweet, it's like extremely sweet. When it's spicy, it's like extremely spicy. You have different levels of spiciness. So you get more of vegetables than meat in the street food.
Is globalization affecting your country in what way?
Globalization is affecting country, yes, significantly huge, both good and not so good. So globalization will bring you new technology or new talent or new what's going on in the market to your country. That's good part of it. But then you should know how to control it and how to use it such a way that it doesn't kill the local industry.
So we can say that the globalization has a good effect and bad effect in many types and many countries in the world.
Yes. But most of the countries, they manage it very well in terms of how much to do, and they ensure that local industry is still not getting overwhelmed with that.
To end this, can you teach us how to say goodbye and thank you
In India, and we say it.
Goodbye and thank you.
Yes.
So thank you, you say dhanyavad. Goodbye is alvida. Alvida is like bye, goodbye. Alvida.
So,
Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad Abudai.
Alvida.
Albida.
Albida.
Dhanyavad
Wow.
and albida. Dhanyavad albida. So
So,
that's all. That's a wrap. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Okay na.